Hello there, and welcome to Skeeters O the Highlands. As you may have already seen, cousin Dougal called me up after his parents passed. He tried to make a go of this farm, and he's a businessman, not a farmer, and he needed help. So he paid for me a plane ticket to fly all the way over here to Scotland. Never been here before. People talk kind of funny, but then people say I talk kind of funny too. But, it's all right. And hey, man, so busy he just he didn't even have time to pick me up at the airport. He sent a driver, and they brung me straight out here to the farm, dropped me off at the gate, and left. I mean, and he pardon that phone call. So the situation is basically parents passed. He tried to make a go of it. Found out that the farm has $1 million, or really £1,000,000 over here, note that needs to be paid in 5 years. And well, he just doesn't know what to do. He told me if I could turn this around, that he just signed the deed over to me. He just wants it out of his hair. He doesn't want to have this kind of debt on the books for him. And so he put $50,000 in the bank account that goes with the farm, and said, "Here you go. Get after it, brother." Well, actually, cousin. And or as he said, cousin. That wasn't a very good Scottish accent. So here we are. We need to figure out what we got to do here. So let's just start by taking a tour. He said that the caretaker and helper, Walter, will be here to help me if I need it. He's up there by the house, although he just stands there. I don't know what kind of help he's going to be. I mean, this place, I don't know. It's got some new equipment. He said that they got some new equipment, but it's also got some junk piled up, Been here for a while. Might need to clean some of this stuff up, But we got a good harvester right there. Not real big. I've driven one of these like this before. It'll get the job done. Might take a little while, but it'll get it done. Let's see what else we got. What's over here? This looks like a backyard, huh? Oh, well, that's not too bad back there. Looks like his mama's herb garden. We'll have to make sure none of that goes bad, right? Oh, I see some junk piled up back there. We'll have to check that out. Man, they really put some money into these silage pits. Covered. Everything. Wow. But you can tell it's been here for a while, too. Nice little barn. Has it got a door that closes? It says it closed. Oh, yeah, okay. It'll close. What's this? Light switch? What do the lights look like? Oh, yeah, it's got a few lights in here. Okay. Turn them off. Oh, looks like we've got a front loader arms and a JCB, huh? That's a nice looking tractor. Nice little cultivator. Fairly nice equipment in here. I think that's where a lot of Dougal's money went. What's this like on the inside? Oh, fancy. I'll have to get the manual out and see what all these buttons and knobs do. I'm not used to these fancy tractors like this. Oh, it's even got a side seat. What does the engine sound like? Sounds pretty good. All right, let's see what else we got here. Open this back up. This part of the yard's pretty grown up here. Some old fuel tanks and oh, that might have been an old gas tank at one time, but I don't think it's being used anymore. I don't think I'd use any fuel out of it anyway. Probably clog up all the filters. Well, this ain't no bunker silo, but it's some kind of, maybe some root crops or something can be dumped in here. I don't know. Probably just park some equipment in to start with. Fairly nice looking silo here. Okay. There's a place to dump the stuff, but where does it go? Huh? And how do you get it back out again? I'm not sure about this. Oh, wait. What's that down there? Well, that comes out from underneath and goes up. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. More junk piled around. Oh, and here is... Now, I'm familiar with what this is. This is the old garbage pile. Man, got the mushrooms growing and everything. Look at all this trash. My goodness gracious. We've got a lot of cleanup work to do. What kind of crap does he have around here? Some old car, some bins, an old tractor, old combine. Jeez Louise. What a waste. At least haul that stuff off for scrap, huh? Make a little money off of it. Another barn or shed. Looks like they were in the process of something here. Left all this garbage in here. This is going to have to be cleaned up. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know. I guess we could sit here and watch them clean it up, huh? Shoo-wee. Man, I don't know. got a road here. Goes up to the back of that barn. Down to the main road. And up here to a pasture that we don't own. Okay. Huh. What else do we have around here? Now that's a nice looking brand new New Holland tractor, huh? An 80-20. That's nice, nice. I hear some sheep. That looks like a cedar and a power harrow and a cedar all connected up, and then we got a bag of seeds. We're going to need more than just a bag of seeds, that's for sure. Oh, what's that over there? Oh, now that I can get into. Yep. Man, this is my style of truck here. Oh, she starts. All right. All right. That's good. A lot of cleanup. What have we got over here? Sheep barn, huh? We have 12 sheep. It looks like it'll hold about 30, 32, something like that, huh? It looks like they've been fed. Babies, and oh, look at that one jump. A little bit of small bales of hay here. Junk, junk, junk. A mower. Yeah. Makes a swath on it so we can just do that. I guess they were picking up. They got those bales over there. Did they have a baler or have somebody come in and do it? I don't know. Little dump trailer, that'll work for hauling in that whatever the combine is used for. Let's see. If we go, he said if I follow this road up around here and go along here, there should be a, oh, let's see if we can see it. Oh yeah, there's a grass field. That's what we're going to need to cut. Jump that fence there and let's see. Yeah, it's ready. Ready to be cut. Oh, I think that's one of the other fields over there he was telling me about. Ooh, I almost made a mistake there. You know, we run short on money. We might could cut some of these trees down and run those through a little sawmill kind of thing and see what we can come up with. Can we get down from here? Yeah, I think we can without going off the cliff. Okay. Anybody coming? Yeah, there comes a, what is that? School bus? I don't know. Let's run over here. Neither one of those fields are ours. That's not ours. And that one's not ours. That's some nice looking grain there though. Oop, this is ours. What have we got here? It's barley. It's ready. All right. Yeah, we harvest the barley and then we come along and maybe cut this grass along the outer edges, clean that up a little bit and kind of bale it and make some gut wadding, if nothing else, as my stepdad used to say. This is our pasture too. What do we got here? Wheat, and it's ready to harvest. All right. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, yep, this is empty. We'll have to figure out what we're going to put in here. I'm kind of starting to formulate some plans. Now, how did I get through that? Did I just go through the hedge? Was there a gate? Oh, I guess I just worked my way through that hedge. Okay. Okay. So, we got a lot of work ahead of us. Oh wait, that's right. Yeah, here's one more thing. We got these cows over here. Taking a chance coming in here. Man, those are some funny looking cows. Whoa, buddy, whoa, don't come over here. These are Highland cows. Highland. Not the kind of cows I'm used to. Oh, you gonna get up? Don't run after me. Oh, I got some little ones. I think he called these coos. I think that's kind of the way they say cows in Scotland. Coos. All right. Well, we got some stuff to work with here, I think. I just don't know what we're going to do. Let's check on something here. Do these cows have any feed or no? No feed and no water. So we're going to need to get them some water. And we're going to need to get them some feed in here. Well, we see the state of things. So I'm going to show you kind of our $1 million loan here. We're using the enhanced loan system, so it's going to be a 5-year loan, 60 payments, $18,456 every month. That's a lot. We got $50,000 to start with. We're going to have to be careful. I don't know how we're going to have to come up with a plan to have some cash flow to be able to pay those every month, though. All right, let's look here. Game settings. I've got the time paused right now. We're going to be on a hard difficulty, so this is not going to be easy. Seasonal growth. We're going to try 4 days per month. Kind of figuring that those 4 days represent like a week of work on the farm. We'll see how that goes. We may up it or down it. We're going to leave snow on. We got crop destruction on. The periodic plowing is on. Fieldstone's on. Weeds is on. We're using precision farming, so you don't have the choice of lime in here. We're going to have disasters are enabled. Dirt's normal. I typically turn off the automatic start on the engine. Leave stop and go braking on. Sometimes I'll put the trailer fill limit on, sometimes I don't. This time I am making it a little bit harder. Basically, that means that if what you're loading in a trailer weighs more per volume unit, you may not be able to fill the trailer volume because of the weight. We're going to leave the fuel usage at normal. We're not going to allow the AI workers to buy anything. That gets expensive. I have a field leasing mod that will let us lease fields if we want. Minimum term 12 months. We can only lease a field for 12 months. And we have to pay a monthly fee for that. I don't think that's something we're going to do right now. We just don't have the cash flow. I have that maintenance mod and everything's at 100%, which is normal. We're only going to allow the normal 3 missions, 3 contracts at a time. Enhanced loan system does have a dynamic interest rate, which will go up and down. It's maximum 20 years. This breaks down how they determine the maximum debt that we're allowed to have. We can make special repayments, multiple ones per year. And these settings for precision farming are the default. General settings. I could change this to pounds, but that'll kind of mess up my other ones, my other games. So I'm just going to leave it. We'll just pretend it's pounds, even though it's dollars. Of course, everything should be kilometers and Celsius and hectares, but my brain operates in miles and Fahrenheit and acres, so we're just going to leave it that way. I never really do anything with the radio or the camera or the input controls or sound. I do have the fog control, so it won't be... Fog is nice, but it gets a little tedious after a while. I have the forestry helper. I have simple inspector for showing different things about stuff. The unload bales early. Contract boost, I've got that off, but I do have to allow collecting straw, allow swathing crops, collecting grass, collecting hay, picking stones, and all that. And it also adds field work items when doing fertilizing and spraying. And that's the default. I got the lumberjack mod, but I have everything at the default. And precision farming there. And then if I go over to better contracts, not adjusting any of the rewards. Main thing I like this for is this right here for completing the contract field. I don't like to leave one partially finished if I'm doing a contract. I want to finish it all the way up, especially if I'm going to collect the straw or grass or whatever off of it. And then just stay on the new contracts list. It doesn't switch to the active whenever you add a contract. That way you don't have to keep flipping back when you add one and go find the next one. I'm not using the field purchase discount, and everything is defaulted on contract generation. So that pretty much covers all the settings. We will be doing leasing, and I have the vehicle finance mod, and obviously we could get more of a loan if we wanted more of a loan, but if they allow us to have a loan, I don't think the bank is going to do that. But right now it looks like the very first thing we need to do is get these cows fed. And the only way we're going to do that is make some hay. And if we go back over here, we only had a cutter and a forage wagon. So we're going to need some additional equipment. Now, I don't want to be running to the store and picking things up every time, so I'm going to have them deliver if I can find a good clear spot to have them delivered to. I think there was some spot back here that we could use. All right, store delivery. Now, if we're going to make hay, first of all, let's go look in here. We need a tedder, and I have a certain kind of tedder in mind. We're also going to need a baler, and I have a certain baler in mind too. See if those are in here. That's just a windrower. We don't need that. Road salt for free. Ammonium nitrate, that's fertilizer. How many of those? Is one bag for a... Come back and look at that. I don't know. Yeah, so far I'm just not seeing what we need. All right. So let's go look in the store. What I am looking for, I'm going to look for under tedders. And we're going to sort our catalog here. This guy right here, $7,000. But it takes a windrow because it's not very wide, 2.8 meters. I mean, that one's even smaller at 1.8, but this one's a little cheaper. And 2.8 meters, and it turns it into a hay. Fluffs it up, turns it around, and it dries faster. So that's the first thing we're going to need. And you'll see what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to put that mower on the front of the tractor, and I'm going to put this on the back of the tractor, and we're going to cut and make hay at the same time and leave it all in a windrow without having to actually windrow it. That's number one. Now, the next thing that we're going to need is a baler. And I'm thinking that we should start out with one of these small balers. Something that we can handle by hand without having to get some other equipment. What kind of options do we have here? Bale chute, side drop bale chute, hay rack bale chute, bale thrower. If it's a bale thrower, then it does it have a, oh, right there has a hitch. Huh. I've never had much luck using those. And it doubles the price. And standard twine or empty. And we'll leave that yellow. And we'll buy that. And then the last thing we need is a way of picking those bales up and doing something with them. So if we go over here, I think I saw this guy right here. And we can turn it into a bale trailer. I think we can leave the wheels and everything just fine. I don't see that we need to do anything else. And it's cheap. So we'll get that. And that should be all we need for a bit. Now we need, let's go get that New Holland tractor. What's the horsepower on this guy? $130. It might be a little light to do both the cutting and the tedding. Now we've got a weight. We don't really need that weight right now, so let's drop that weight off. What does this thing look like on the inside? I'm in a spaceship. Don't look like it has quite as many knobs and things that that other one had though, but I think it's all digital. Oh, that's where I can put my snacks and things up there. I can crank up my radio, get my tunes going. I bet I can't get my favorite station here though. Yeah, oh well. Wonder what kind of radio stations they have here in Scotland. In the Highlands even. I mean, we're kind of in a bit of a remote area. Okay, we got the cutter. Now let's go get the tedder. Well, you know, you should have said something to me, guys. I forgot to adjust the time. So we'll set it to the 5. We're not going to go that way. Alright, let's see. How can we get over to How can we get over to our grass? I think we need to go back this way and go up this way. Oof. That was a little bit of a jump. I didn't go all the way down here to see where the gate is. Oh, there ain't no gate. Okay. Well, I wonder if we can mow this side grass, if it'll produce anything. I mean, something's better than nothing. Alright, let's unfold the mower. The mower, lower the mower, toggle work mode. Let's see what our work. Oh, that's for that. Guess there's no work mode on the mower part up there. Turn on the mower. Lower. Oop. Hit the wrong button. Turn on the mower. And lower the mower. Turn on the tedder. And lower the tedder. And let's back up a little bit. Let's see what we get on this grass over here. Are we going to get anything? Oh yeah. We'll get a little bit of something out of it. All right. All right, now. We'll get this outer part and then we will get on the inside. And we'll go ahead and time lapse this part till we get through. Here we are on the last strip, and I decided to go ahead and do a jump cut as opposed to a time lapse because my recording time was running a little long. So I decided to do that to be able to get more into this episode, since I talked a whole bunch in the beginning. Is that gonna... I thought that did both. Okay. Now, one thing I've decided is I am not going to do both of these like this again. It's kind of messy on the windrows, so... But Also, you can see I slowed the time down to 0.5 instead of 5 because we need to get our grain harvested and we don't want it to wither because we need all the money we can get. Whoa, 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 ow! Tear up this mower. Alright, let's drop the mower right in here. And then let's see about I think we will park this one. And I'm going to pause for a second and be right back. All right, let's go see about getting our other tractor, the JCB. See how it does pulling the baler. Let's park the weight there. Man, I'm going to wreck every piece of this equipment before the day is over with. Dougal's not going to be happy about that. Let's back up here. That looks good. Now, let's see how this is going to do. Old school baling, I call it. Kind of baling that was done when I was a kid. Oh, are we going to make it up the hill? Come on, downshift. Dig deep. Yeah, we got it. It's a JCB. It'll handle it. Okay. Should we do the ups and downs or the headlands? I don't know. Let's see about doing the headlands, but I think we should go... This does not have a very tight turning radius. Alright, let's see what we got here. Does the baler unfolds? And we don't have, so we could toggle steering mode. Okay, that might make it better another time, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Let's lower the pickup and turn it on. And let's see what we get. And I'll definitely jump cut this as well, so I will be back when it's done. And that's probably where we'll call it an episode and pick up the bales in the next one and get the animals fed. So I will see how much of a mess I made over here. I will be seeing you when we're done. All right, we just finished with 283 little bales. 283. That's a bunch, but I don't know. They're not real big. What do they weigh? 600 liters. So it's like 10 of those would be 6,000. So it's about like 28 round bales or so. It just took a while to get all that done, though. Whew. We'll pick up the where are we gonna park this? We can put it in the big barn over here. Where the JCB lives. Ooh. Not backing up very good. And before we cut the next time, excuse me, we are going to hopefully be able to afford to upgrade our mower and maybe get a windrower. And let's go get the New Holland. More power for pulling the... And the other thing we probably need to do is do some maintenance on that baler and see if we can't grease it up, change some fittings or something, and you know, upgrade the bearings or whatever it takes to squeeze a little bit more speed out of it, because it goes slow. Oh, I hate these trailers. Also, I have to be careful. There was one or two grass bales in that got picked up and didn't get enough hay to make it hay, so but that's okay. We can feed the grass to the sheep. They don't mind grass. Okay, let's see, what are our settings? Operating position. X. Okay. Ooh. Keep running over them. Wow, in the future we might be able to pull this behind the baler. I see that one grass bale. Man, rough ride running over these bales, but they're getting loaded. Oh, missed one. We'll come back and get it. Speedy Gonzalez collecting the hay. When I was a kid, we'd collect it this way, but there would be a bunch of teenagers walking along beside the trailer throwing them up, and somebody on top of the trailer would be stacking them and doing all that kind of stuff. We wouldn't really go this fast, though. You'd want to. Especially here in the south, it gets pretty hot. That's a pretty good stack of stuff right there. Let's see how fast we can collect these. driving around aimlessly. Man, if you ran over one of these in real life, it wouldn't be a bale, but not with one of these tractors. That's for sure. I missed a few spots, but I'm gonna let it go because it is triggering my OCD, but I'm gonna let it go. We'll get it next time. Are we gonna get the whole thing on this trailer? If we'd used big bales, I don't think we could have done that. Now, the question is, where are we going to store these? There are those handful by the sheep barn. Well, I think that's it. Let's go see what we're going to do with these. And then we'll go feed the cows. Can we? And the trailer doesn't like being set that way. Lock in the front axle like that. Oop. Wrong direction. Need to back up. The grass is on that side. Okay. Unload bales. Where's it going to go? Oh, good. It's one of those, kind of. And we drop them. Perfect. Or maybe not perfect. Oh, they're gonna fall. What a mess. What is it? That one unlocks? Yeah. All right. For right now, park that there. Leave the New Holland there. Let's go get our pickup. And let's get a few bales to take over to the cows. Let me pull up a little bit more, see how many I can get. Should be able to get some more in here. Yeah. Now there's not a grass bale in there anywhere, is it? Nope. All right, let's go see. Put some of this in for the cows. The coos. Let's feed the coos. Looks like I get to do this manually. Yeah, buddy. the way the old timers used to do it. Yeah. Next time I don't need to park so close. Yeah, let's take a look and see. Now we should have our ooh, 4,333 liters a day. I don't know if we got enough hay. We'll just have to see. Like I said, we'll cut all this extra in here. And see what we can do about that. We'll park the truck. We got one more thing. We need to get water to them. And rather than having to fight with a water truck or a water trailer and everything, we're gonna do a little trick. We'll come over here. And we're gonna do some plumbing. We are going to wait, it's under silos. Come down here, come down here, keep coming down here, keep coming. And we put that in. Keep coming. I think it's $5,000 then? Nope. Oh, wait, silo extensions. That's where it is. Yep. Let's put the snapping on. I like to snap it. And we'll toggle free mode. And we'll drop it right there. And we should now have, yes, a bazillion gallons of water. All right. So next time we come back, we'll be harvesting the 2 fields and baling straw. And hopefully we can use some straw to make silage so that we can silage and hay into TMR, which will make our hay go further. Hopefully. All right, friends. Thank you for hanging out and visiting me in Scotland on this new series. I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you next time. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you like this episode, then if you could just boop the like button and click the bell so you can get notified when the next one comes out, would appreciate it. And I'll be talking to you later. Cousin Skeeter saying bye-bye for now.